Hi everyone, welcome to the Best Kitchen. Today's recipe is how to make crispy fried shrimp with sweet potato, also known as Bánh Tôm in Vietnam. It's so crispy and delicious. All ingredients and measurements are listed in the description box just right below the video. To view it, click into the Will Show More or a small drop-down arrow on the right-hand side. Now, let's get started. If you use whole large shrimp for this recipe, then remove part of the shrimp head and the pointy tail. Shrimp for Bánh Tôm usually use small to medium-sized white shrimp. Then the shrimp shell will turn crispy when fried. But it's not available where I live, so I will use this large frozen peeled and deveined shrimp instead. Thaw shrimp under running water, then shake off all excess water. I have here is 1.5 pounds of yam. You can use up to 2 pounds. And this is how I prepare my shrimp. Since these are large shrimp, you will leave the tail on but remove the pointy part. Cut 2 small slits along the belly side. Then cut split in half along the shrimp. Marinate with half teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, mix well together. Then add 2 tablespoons of rice flour. Mix everything well, then let it marinate in the refrigerator while you prepare the other stuff. Always wash sweet potato before you peel. Add 5 cups of cold water into a bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Mix well. This salt vinegar water will keep the sweet potato from changing color, even 1 to 2 days in the fridge. Keep sweet potato in the salt vinegar liquid. You can use the mandolin to slice, but I don't like this size. One is too big and one is too small. So adjust the thickness of the blade, then slice it into pieces. Not too thick and not too thin. Then cut it to strips. When you finish cutting, then remove all the sweet potato. Let drain over a colander and make sure to remember, do not rinse it with water. Next, wash lettuce and fresh herbs. I have already shared my recipe for how to make carrot and bacon pickle and Vietnamese dipping sauce in my previous videos, So please click into the link above to view it. To measure flour correctly, you need to first fluff the flour, then gently scoop into measuring cup. Scrape it off to level even it out. The recipe will need 160 grams of rye flour, equal to 1½ cup. Then remove 1 tablespoon. (100 grams of all-purpose flour, equal to 2/3 cup. 80 grams of cornstarch, equal to ½ cup plus 1 tablespoon. Lastly is 2 tablespoons of glutinous rye flour, equal to 18 grams. ½ teaspoon of kosher salt, ½ teaspoon of turmeric powder, (1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1½ teaspoon of baking powder. (2 cups of cold water, equal 460 grams. Into a large bowl, combine rye flour, cornstarch, glutinous rye flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, and turmeric. Add all-purpose flour at last. Mix everything well together, then slowly pour in water. Keep stirring until flour all dissolve. Do not add all the water at once. Leave 1 to 2 tablespoons of water remain. Now keep stirring and slowly add all-purpose flour. Stirring and adding flour at the same time. This one will need more water. Add 1 tablespoon of water at a time. Don't overmix the batter. It seems still a little thick. Let's add the rest of the water. Okay, so I use 2 cups of water. Now we have everything ready. it's time to preheat the oil. You will need a bowl with rack, a fine sieve, and a pair of chopsticks. If you want crispy light shrimp cake, then you need to fry with plenty of oil. Very simple to make. Just add about 10 strips of sweet potato into the batter and make sure it's coated evenly. Then pick it up to drain off most of the liquid. Then fry. To test the oil temperature, drop 1 spoonful of batter into the oil. If it's cooked instantly and float up to the top, that means the oil temperature is ready to fry. Then carefully remove all of those. Oil temperature must be hot but not smoking hot. Carefully drop in the sweet potato. You can see it stick together and float up to the top very quickly. Even though I use very little of the batter. You can fry up to 4 pieces. Make sure it's not too crowded. It needs to flow freely. Don't worry if it sticks together. It will separate itself when it turns crispy. Fry for 2 to 3 minutes, then add shrimp. Keep frying until it turns golden brown and crispy. It may take from 8 to 10 minutes to fry in total. Flip it over once in a while to make sure it browns evenly. The color is beautiful. It's light and crispy all around. When it turns golden brown, then remove from the oil. Pour in 1 tablespoon of the batter. Use this to clean the wok and the oil. Then remove all of the pieces. Here is another way to shape your cake. Just add sweet potato onto the plate. Then drain off most of the liquid. Then carefully slice it in the hot oil. Fry for 2 to 3 minutes, then add shrimps, just like we did earlier. Bigger cake take a little longer to fry. You can tell it's very light and crispy. This is my family favorite. We eat so much of these in the summertime since we grow plenty of fresh herbs in our garden. But in wintertime, it's so expensive to buy fresh herbs. It's almost as expensive as shrimps. But it's still worth it. My family love it. Fry until it turns beautiful golden brown. Then remove from the oil. Continue to fry the rest of the batter. Add all the shrimp into the batter, toss well, then fry. Deep fry until it turns crunchy and golden. I fry this shrimp for about 3 minutes. Shrimp tempura perfect to eat when it's fresh fried. When you fry shrimp with no shells, it doesn't stay crispy for too long compared to shrimp with shell on. But the shrimp cake stays crispy for a very long time. Here you go. Freshly fried shrimp and sweet potato cake. Shrimp tempura. It looks so good. I hope you will give this recipe a try. I'm sure your family will love it. Especially the kids because they don't need to remove the shrimp shell. It's so light and crispy, not too greasy either. It's so yummy. It's crunchy and the shrimp are soft and sweet. For more easy and delicious recipes, please check out my website at thebestkitchen.com. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a wonderful day.